Assistant Club and has served as the president of the club this past year. She has also served several internships in her PTA program and has earned high marks for her work with patients. Goey is graduating with her associate in science and plans to pursue her bachelor's degree in health science and eventually to earn a doctoral degree in physical therapy. Please welcome Goey.
In the words of Confucius, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Hello family, friends, faculty, staff, and graduates, class of 2017. I would like to start off by saying thank you. Thank you to everyone who have made this day possible for all of us. To our faculty and staff, who continuously challenge us and help us grow to become successful individuals. To our family and friends for their endless support. And lastly, to our fellow classmates who have shared this journey with us through tears and joy. You have all contributed to making our time here at SCF a rewarding one, and we couldn't have done it without you. I want to tell you a story about someone that I became very close to. It was about 8 years ago. She was 21 years old and was taken to the emergency room on Christmas Eve after fainting. After several hours, the doctor finally came in and told her that if she came in any later, she would have not made it alive. She was later diagnosed with leukemia, which is a blood cancer affecting the body's ability to fight against infections. She experienced so many different emotions during that time and was overwhelmed from the thought of having a life-threatening disease. She was scared, nervous, and unsure of what the future held for her. Anger, sadness, and confusion about her situation were a constant battle for her, and many times she just wanted to give up. Most of the times, none of those emotions mattered, because it was masked by her being too tired and physically drained. She underwent chemotherapy and was in remission, only to find out that it would come back once again. This time, the cancer spread to the cerebral spinal fluid in her brain. She went through intensive chemotherapy, had numerous spinal taps, bone marrow biopsies, blood and platelet transfusions, and finally, a bone marrow transplant. Some side effects from chemo was nausea and vomiting, loss of appetite, spitting up blood, and of course, the hair loss. Through the process, she felt like she was never going to make it to the end of the tunnel, but she continued to fight. Fortunately, the story of this young woman did not end. Today she stands here in front of you, delivering a speech for the class of 2017. That girl was me. So you might be wondering why I told my story. Well, all the emotions I experienced during that time, I know we have all experienced during our time here at SCF, because I did. In the end, nothing mattered more than fighting our way through. We all definitely fought, and today is evidence that we survived the battle. Orientation day was just overwhelming, and we all left thinking, what am I getting myself into? Feeling scared because the future was not promised, and wondering if we were going to survive. We spent hours upon hours of studying, which left us physically and mentally drained. And those times before a big exam, where we either crammed the night before or cried because our brains were too small to hold the amount of information taken in. We will never forget our practical exams, as we left each one nervously, with only thoughts that we had surely failed. And finally, when we received our grades and realized Our performance was below our expectations. We become emotional or get upset with ourselves. Well, today I'm here to say that we have finally made it. And although it will not be our last roller coaster to success, we have closed one chapter and tomorrow opens another. The road ahead is never known, nor is it easy. But be optimistic and fight through the storm, because in the end, it'll all be worth it. After today, you will continue to experience frustration, nervousness, and feeling unsure of the future, but keep moving forward. Never give up, even when you fail, and remember to always get up when you fall. It is not our failures that defines our strengths, but it is our courage and will to keep fighting the fight that will conquer our weakness. Do not lose your ambition and determination, because when you stop trying, that is when you have failed. No one is perfect, and everyone fails. So I'm telling you, fail sometimes and try again, because that's what winning looks like. Through your journey, you are going to find that there will always be someone judging you. But don't let what they say cloud your thoughts or stop you from climbing. Instead, use it as motivation to climb even higher. And once you're at the top, look down and never forget those people who helped you get to where you are. Whether it be by support or criticism, they contributed to your determination to succeed. Life is too short to stand still and let the world take over your dreams. So don't waste it living in someone else's dream. On my free time, I often like to paint. And so I think of life as a painting, placing different colored paints on a blank canvas. The canvas represents us, and the paint are the obstacles we face. Some colors are dark, representing the deepest and darkest moments of our lives. Yet some are bright and light, portraying our proudest and happiest moments. And as these colors are laid on a canvas, any mistake becomes impossible to erase. I can cover the mistakes with other colors, but deep down, under those layers, will always be the mistakes. So don't hide your mistakes. Instead, embrace them, because that's what makes us grow as human beings. We are all different and unique individuals, and we have all made mistakes in our lives which cannot be erased. But it's what we do with those mistakes that'll make us who we are. Let your mistakes be your greatest lessons, and always strive to do better. Don't compete to be better than everyone else, because then you forget who you really are and what you are trying to achieve. Instead, compete to be a better version of who you were yesterday, and aspire to inspire others. Before I end my speech tonight, I want to wish every one of you success in your endeavors. The road ahead is not going to offer us a smooth path. Ahead lies tough times, regrets, mistakes, and failures. But remember to defeat these fears by focusing on your successes, rewards, and happiness. May you continue to have the drive and courage to become your best self and never give up. Today we become artists of our own future. And as we start painting our blank canvases, I hope that you will never forget who you are and how hard you have worked to achieve your goals. As we leave this room, I encourage you to pick up those paintbrushes and color your canvas, because your future is going to be a beautiful and bold work of art. Congratulations, class of 2017.
Thank you, Goey. It is an honor for me to present the Outstanding Graduate Award section of tonight's program. Graduates, for each one of you, this graduation ceremony represents a significant step in your continuous journey to reaching your ultimate goals and lifelong objectives, thereby providing a more focused view on your future than when you first entered through our doors. Tonight, when you exit our doors with your new degree, we applaud each of you for the newfound skills and talents you will now share with others. Tonight, we have an additional opportunity to honor a group of students who were nominated and selected by our faculty and staff for a singular recognition. The Outstanding Graduate Award recognizes graduating students who have demonstrated academic scholarship and have stepped outside the classroom, oftentimes beyond their own comfort zone, to boldly engage in servant leadership, peer mentoring, and service to others. This requires an additional level of heart and desire, and commitment to let no obstacle stand in the way of their educational goals.